What is going on, everybody? So, I got a little issue here with a certain somebody who is, thank God, no longer here, who no longer has a channel. But a lot of people will always wonder, why do I take racing so serious if it's just a game? Well, truth be told, for me, it's not a game, it's a way of life. That's a fucking lie, you dumb hooker.
Welcome back to another Cyraxx deep dive episode here on the Swamp Dweller live channel. It's good to see you all back here for another absolutely insane deep dive into this story. Cyraxx, as always, is full of piss and vinegar. He drank a little too much sludge, and now he is full of energy and ready to start fighting back the trolls. In today's episode, we are firing up our engines again and getting ready to fight Cyraxx in the battle for the true and honest Drift King of Akron. With our previous Drift King, musical business Bartholomew, fallen, unfortunately we have to take up the reins. In our darkest of times, we need a hero to step up, somebody who can slay this dragon known as Cyraxx. So let's see why he loves racing so much, because he's gonna tell us about 15 times, don't you worry.
See, people like you, MusicBizMarty, you race for ego. You race for your own ego. Oh no, he's still alive. I've already proved it, but y'all can believe what you want, but that's for another. Do you want to know why I earned the respect that I earned among my peers, Marty and William? And yes, I'm talking to you because I know you're alive, fat ass. Do you want to know why I've earned the respect of my peers? Because I respect them. I've earned my place. But what have you done, Marty? Nothing. You have done absolutely nothing at all.
So, of course, Cyraxx is coming in hot, starting off this episode with a bunch of hot garbage spewing from that hole he calls a mouth. Cyraxx is claiming the reason why he gets so much respect in the e-racing world from all the other e-racers out there is because he respects them. Cyraxx truly wouldn't know what respect was if it hit him in the side of the head like a frying pan. Of course, he still thinks Marty's alive, so he's going to continuously call him out. The delusion has continued and has not ended yet. He's gonna hold on to this. Cyraxx's resolve for this is not gonna go away so easily. It's likely gonna take many months of Marty not being around for him to finally accept the truth. But let's continue. Let's hear what Cyraxx has to say.
You have no respect for the drivers that came before you. But me, I'm tight as fuck. I hold every ounce of fucking respect for every driver that's ever come before me. You sit there and you say, oh, it's just a video game, it's not real, blah, blah, blah. That may be true. That may be true that it's a game. But for me and people like myself, it's a way of life. I eat, sleep, and breathe racing and music every fucking day.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
It's in my DNA. I eat, sleep, and breathe that shit on the daily, bro. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, as I was saying, to Marty, you're a bitch. You're a fucking pussy, Marty.
Every so often, Cyraxx truly can be a little comedic, and it's not like he's even trying to be so. He's trying to be tough, he's trying to be scary, he's trying to make himself look like he knows anything, trying to look like he's got any sort of IQ about e-racing, or the e-racing community. Self-admittedly, just like I said in the original DK episode, I honestly don't know that much about cars, nor do I care to know that much about cars. But I know enough of the basics, and I know enough about basic games like Need for Speed and Forza to be able to tell you that Cyraxx is the furthest thing from anybody that could be considered a pro, let alone anybody who's remotely experienced. I don't even think you could put him anywhere near the word amateur. But we all know Cyraxx is going to die upon this hill. He will never let go of the title that he once again never earned. He is the Drift King of Akron in his head. head and forever will be.
I'm not saying you are dead or aren't dead, but if you are, good riddance. Good. See you later. I doubt you are, but if you are, sayonara, motherfucker. But the reason why half y'all motherfuckers like to talk shit is because y'all ain't doing like I do, man. Y'all ain't out here busting ass like I do every fucking day. The problem with you, music bitch face Marty, you have absolute zero respect for any racing, period, except for horse racing. When it comes to automotive racing, you have zero fucking respect.
Nothing is more mind-numbingly jarring than having to hear Cyraxx pretend he has any knowledge on absolutely anything. But of course, when it comes to vehicles or automotive racing, as he says, even though he's just talking about Forza, again guys, we're talking about internet video games here, that he plugs in his USB wheel controller that you see there in front of him, and he very awkwardly fishtails around on his little game and calls it drifting. Smugrax is back since the last episode, and his ego is higher than it ever has been. He's soaring high on that sludge. Sally must be putting some new tranquilizers in there to be making him feel so good. He seems to think that we all just hate on him because we don't do how he does, which from me looks like he just sits in his attic with bugs crawling on his food, bites from bed bugs all over his skin, absolutely deteriorating surroundings. I don't really know. I don't think I want to do how you do, Cyraxx.
I respect automotive racing, and it just happens to be that drifting is what I specialize in.
What?
On top of doing rally racing.
What?
Those are the two main auto sports that I specialize in, are rally racing and drifting. Am I good with F1? Yeah, I've taken my fair share of wins, and I've also taken my fair share of losses. No one respects you. No one even likes you being in the sport. Because see, Marty, one thing you still have not learned yet is to get respect, you have to give respect.
For somebody who truly drifts on the same skill level as my 5-year-old niece, I truly need to question where Cyraxx specializes in any of these things he mentions. Cyraxx claims he's taken his fair share of wins and his fair share of losses, and that might be the only true sentiment he's actually shared in this entire video so far, is that yeah, he's taken his fair share of losses. Probably pretty much every race besides maybe the intro race against bots that you use to learn how to play the game. All of us here in the swamp who have been ever so fervently watching and waiting for Cyraxx's untimely downfall. We all know that this is what Cyraxx does. This is self-projection, saying that Marty is a loser, calling him all these words, saying he's not respected in the motor vehicle online racing scene, which I am 1000% positive nobody else online calls it that besides Chancey Poo.
And yes, Marty, I'm calling your bitch ass out because I know your ass is watching this, you stupid pussy mother. I know you're watching. You talk about being good at racing. You don't even drift. You drive a shitty ass F1 car that I have beaten you in. Vlad, how many times would you say that I've smoked Marty now, dude? Like 5, 10, 20 times already? Like, how many times have I beaten that mother in the past? I mean, I must have smoked him at least, what, 20, 30, 40 times? So, I mean, why do you keep trying to face me, Marty? You know you're never going to beat me, ever.
Oh, Raxy, it's so cute to see you missing your playmate and your best friend, Mart Dog. But I have some unfortunate news. Marty isn't coming back. Not anytime soon. Not ever, Cyraxx. Unfortunately, all the awful things you said can't be taken back. You can't apologize now, and you're gonna have to deal with it for the rest of your life. No, it's a bit late, but I feel like I need to clarify that the lag that you're seeing is just Cyraxx's video. I don't know why it's so inconsistent on his end. Sometimes you get HD racks, sometimes you get 2 megapixel racks. It's pretty bad. I don't know. This one's incredibly terrible. Not really sure what's going on, but it seems like they need to upgrade that Wi-Fi package. Cyraxx is spreading some more goblin lies here, trying trying to claim that he beat MusicBizMarty on multiple occasions, upwards of 20 even, from what I remember, and I even brushed up and watched the Drift King and Racing Rig sagas, which was damn near 2 hours of content if you want to go check that out on the channel. Cyraxx, you only ever beat Marty one time, and that was when Marty first got the game, wasn't familiar with it, and didn't realize that you had assists on. He literally had steering assist and turning assist and all that type of stuff, so with very little effort, he would be able to look like a pro. And unfortunately, that was Marty's first time playing the game essentially, and he didn't know really all the tricks or the tips on how to play the game properly. And that's the only time, literally the only documented time, that Cyraxx ever beat Marty.
You know what we call motherfuckers like you, Marty? Soy boys in the driving world. And you wanna know why? Because you're a fucking wannabe. Wannabes like you ain't jack shit. See, motherfuckers like me have actually earned our place. Which why I am gonna be doing a whole lot of Formula Drift events on this channel. A whole lot of Formula Drift events. And you know what's funny about you, Marty? You think that you're a badass motherfucker, but you're a pussy, bro. You're a jackass pussy that hides behind the screen. Just like William, you both hide behind screens like pussies, bro. And no, I'm not challenging you to show up here because I know you're too pussy to.
Yeah, Chance, we know you're not challenging William or Mart Dog, RIP to that man there, to not come over to your residence because, oh, they're too pussy. No, we know that you're too pussy. The most you're gonna do is hide in your little attic, screech from the window, and point and say, "It help! It help!" like the little cretin you are. Cyraxx talking tough is always amusing though, because we know he has so much bark to have literally no bite. Cyraxx, you don't even have any teeth. I'm sure your bite would be all gums. As I'm sure you have come to realize if you have been watching this series for more than a few episodes, is that Cyraxx, when he is in this state of inflated ego, which we call the Smugraxx character, he self-projects heavily, calling people useless, talentless, wannabes, never gonna bees, and we all know that all of that applies to one singular character in this entire video, and that character just so happens to be Cyraxx.
And William, I know you're too pussy to show up and knock on my door and face me like a man as well. You seriously are a pussy. You're too scared to come knock on my door and face me like a goddamn man. You've always been a coward, bro. Ask Vlad. Ask Cynical. Every time you show up, you drive by. You never come knocking on the door like a man. Hell, between you and Marty, William, Marty's more of a man than you are because at least he came up knocking on the door. You ain't do shit. You drive by like a fucking pussy. Oh, that's real tough, driving by someone's house.
Oh boy, here we are, guys. It's truly been a minute since Cyraxx has been deprived of attention long enough that he is willing to call violence toward him and to realistically cause more issues for Sally and Ed. Because we all know that Ed and Sally are Cyraxx's human shields. That's all they're really good for in his eyes. That's all they really provide him, outside of a home and everything else, of course. Claiming that William Gloryhole, unlike MusicBizMarty, is an absolute poon. He won't come up and knock on the door. He won't come and harass the family. He's too chicken shit. And honestly, Cyraxx, out of all of the trolls, I will say, in my personal opinion, which I know obviously holds a lot of weight out there in the world, William Gloryhole is one of the few trolls I would believe would actually come up and slap all three of you absolute 43s. In Minecraft, of course. A true gentleman, an actual scholar like William Gloryhole would never stoop to the level of doing something so depraved. He's not Cyraxx now.
You ain't nothing but a fucking chump, dude. You're a fucking pussy, a wannabe. Let me on panel, let me on panel, let me on panel. How about I do like this and say, bye dead bitch, bye dead bitch. I have no respect for you. Bye dead bitch, bye deadbeat bitch boy, deadbeat bitch Marty. Bye. He's alive to the world, but he's dead to me. And that's all that matters is he's dead to me. But like I was saying, to Marty, you have absolute zero respect for racing. All you care about is winning and winning and winning.
You gotta love how bipolar Cyraxx truly is, how absolutely ADHD his mind has to truly be. He's talking all this trash out of nowhere about MusicBizMarty and William Gloryhole and everybody else involved with that group, and then instantly pivots back into his persona of being the Drift King of Akron. Gotta love it. He's like, so anyways, Marty, you have no respect in racing. Nobody cares about you. It's just like, what's going on, dude? It's finally gotten to a point to where Cyraxx is so desperate to get any sign that Marty might be still alive and well that he's out here saying the most deplorable things possible now. Quite literally dancing on Mart Dog's grave here on camera. God damn, Cyraxx, you are actually the Roastmaster General here on YouTube. The Ronnie Radke of YouTube. Sheesh, you might be the Jeff Ross of YouTube.
But you always want to focus on winning, but you never want to learn how to lose. In the famous words of Bruce Lee, you're so focused on winning that you don't want to learn how to lose. But me, I've learned how to lose. See, you're so focused on winning that you get in your own way. I could care less whether I win or lose at the end of the day. If I win, cool. If not, cool. As cynical, as Vlad. There are days where I can't drive worth a fucking shit. Then there are days where I'm so fucking on fire and on point that I can't be fucking stopped. Seriously, ask Vlad. Ask Neptune. Ask anybody that actually fucking knows me. Ask my little brother Ethan, Marty. Racing ain't always about coming in first place every time.
I'm gonna have a Ricky Bobby moment here, a Talladega Nights moment, if you will, but if you're not first, you're last, Cyraxx. If you're not first, you're last, god damn it. No, but to be real for a second here, I mean, the whole goal and the whole real point of racing is to come first, is to win. That's where the money's at, that's where the glory's at, that's the entire point of being on that track. That's like, doesn't matter how bad your team is in the NFL, if you're not playing to go to the Super Bowl, you shouldn't be in the league, period. The entire point, no matter how good or bad the team is, like I just said, is to get to the championship of whatever league or whatever sport you're in. So if you're on the track and your main goal is to not win, Cyraxx, you're not a racer, period. You don't have the mentality for it, you're not built for it, and you damn sure don't have the experience. And at the end of the day, we're not talking about real cars, we're talking about video games, brother. Cars and Need for Speed Underground, brother. Forza 6 Horizon, dog. We're not talking about actual racing in NASCAR or actual racing of any kind. We're talking about video games, boys. That Cyraxx plays poorly, quite literally, and not just saying this to roast him, almost on the same skill level as your child and or niece and or any toddler you know.
But Marty, you couldn't even fucking drive your way out of a goddamn cereal box, bro. You can't even fucking drive your way out of a goddamn cereal box without spinning out, dude. It's funny that you claim to be the best in the world, but you have no proof to show. And Marty, why don't you give up the act? We all know you ain't dead, you stupid. You're just hiding like a punk because you're scared. Because that's what you do. You run and hide like a pussy every time shit goes awry. You think I give a fuck about you, Marty? I can give a fuck about whether you're alive or dead. I don't give a fuck. You're the reason why I've been fucked with all these last 8 years. So yeah, I do wish you would. But unfortunately, that's not the reality I live in.
You heard it here, folks. Cyraxx said it here first. That's not the reality he lives in. He lives in a fantasy world, a made-up fallacy, if you will, to protect himself and his fragile feelings. Self-admittedly, Cyraxx is running off half a lung, and I don't think that little lung could take any more heavy-duty work from all the crying Cyraxx would be doing if he found out his lover Marty has actually passed away. Cyraxx used to say all the time that Marty's only giving him this hard time because he turned him away. He passed on him, if you will. And in reality, Cyraxx always had the crush on Marty. And when Marty didn't reciprocate the affection, it made Cyraxx go mad. Oh, Cyraxx, claiming that Marty couldn't drive his way out of a cardboard box and would just be spinning around is very reminiscent of every time I've seen you play these games. Even if you go back a couple of episodes ago, you'll see that you're just fishtailing everywhere and donutting and going in circles. It's actually sad. And then you say, oh, sick drift, bro. And honestly, it's the furthest thing from a sick drift bro. Of course, Cyraxx is sitting there, arms folded, defensive position, trying to look scary and tough and talking about claiming that Marty's the best in the world, but Marty ain't nothing, boys. We all know that good old Cyraxx is the best in the world. We know he's the Drift King. He's broken world record after world record. We all saw it. It's there. Just don't go looking for it. Just don't Google it. I promise you it's there. It's totally not just a lie coming out of this cretin's mouth.
Unfortunately, the world is filled with cowards like you. But me, I'm just here doing my own thing, making my content, doing my motherfucking job. Oh, and your little ragtag crew of fucking wannabe trolls, they ain't shit either. If anything, I'm here laughing at them. Like, I'm literally sitting here reading the comments and I'm laughing at the fucking ignorance. You want to be the best? You gotta take out the best, motherfucker. You wanna take my spot so goddamn bad, bro? Why don't you come and take it? Seriously, man. Why don't you fucking saddle up, practice your ass off, and get on my level, and then come face me?
What does Cyraxx realistically expect to happen here? Even if Marty wasn't passed away, R.I.P. to that man, peace be upon him, what does Chance actually expect? If somebody were to spend a lot of time, couple weeks let's say, actually grinding and trying to get good at the game on a competitive level, what does Cyraxx actually think he's gonna do? Does he suddenly think it's gonna be a competitive match? Or is it gonna be like how it always is, where Cyraxx actually just gets stomped out, but this time even worse because the person actually has experience in the game? Marty loading up the game and never playing it before and beating Cyraxx multiple times is actually the skill level Cyraxx is on. That's all you need to know. You don't need to actually put any time into the game. All you need to know as a viewer right now is that if you were to load up the game, even if you've never played on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, anything, you will probably beat Cyraxx first try. This is now the second, maybe even the third time since Mart Dog's passing that Cyraxx has called him out for another race for the title of Drift King. It's definitely sad boy hours out here. Cyraxx really does miss Marty. It clearly shows.
Once you can prove that you actually know how to drift, maybe then I'll give you a shot at the title of Drift King. Maybe if you can prove that you actually have what it takes to actually run in this fucking sport. Might. Keyword might. And that's a very big might, because I don't think you're ever going to earn that spot, man. Because you just don't have the talent. You're a talentless hack. You have no skill behind the wheel. But Marty, I'll be honest, I'm tired of you running your goddamn cock. I'm tired of you fucking bullying me. When are you guys gonna grow the fuck up and move up on, you coward ass? Like, seriously, when are you gonna grow up and move on?
As the great William Montgomery would say, I ain't never gonna stop! I ain't never gonna stop, Cyraxx. Marty ain't never gonna stop. Even from beyond the grave. M-Word Boy ain't gonna stop. William Gloryhole ain't gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop, Cyraxx.
But like I said, Marty, you ain't nothing but a piece of shit driver. And your little fucking fan club here is pretty hilarious. Which, by the way, shout out to the Marty fan club. You guys are actually funny. You know what every one of you guys in chat should do right now? All y'all that likes to talk shit, y'all should get together, go to a comedy club, and do a joint comedy show so y'all can get paid, because every one of y'all are looking like jokes out here, man.
Wow, Cyraxx, you really got us there. We're gonna go to a comedy club and have a comedy show because we're clowns. Like, you can't make this up, guys. It genuinely is that embarrassing. It really is that cringy with Cyraxx. This is a grown 34-year-old man sitting in his grandmother's attic, threatening people online, telling people that they're dog water at driving on an online racing game. This is our reality, guys. This is Cyraxx's reality. This is the timeline we all live in. It is diabolical work to know that Chance Wilkins is so deluded from sniffing all that bedbug spray over the years and drinking nothing but sludge, eating Hot Pockets, and probably eating the leftover bodies of the dead roaches that he happens to be able to slap with his hand. Mr. Pissair could truly never hold a candle to Cyraxx. Anyways, I digress. Chance Wilkins is recorded and documented, dozens of hours of content documented, has shown that he is absolutely terrible at driving on online games. So him calling out anybody, let alone somebody who's not a 4-year-old missing 6 fingers, is actually damn near insane, if you ask me.
You just can't handle the fact that I'm not in the troll community anymore and you can't faze me. Same with you, William. You're just mad that you can't faze me no more. Have fun watching my success, boys, because yeah, your boys kinda sticking around. Have fun watching me win my events and come in the top 10 and the top 5 and the top. Yeah, starting tonight, yeah, your boy's on that drift time. Here doing my job, doing my thing. So have fun trying to slow me down because it's not going to work. And Marty, William, have fun trying to phase me because you ain't phasing nobody, homeboys. Y'all ain't phasing nothing. See what y'all try to do with y'all's post to try to get into rage out.
I know we're towards the end here, but he got really choppy towards the end in this video, so a lot of that's not me clipping. I know some people are probably gonna be like, damn, Swamp, why are you jump cutting so much? It's really not me. My cuts are hopefully fixing it, but like it keeps cutting out, then there's like seconds of silence, and then it comes back in. So I'm not really sure what's going on with his stuff. Somehow Cyraxx is always in some sort of absolutely decrepit and dilapidated setup. Sometimes he's too loud, sometimes he's too quiet, sometimes he's too bright, sometimes he's not bright enough, sometimes he's HD, sometimes he's in 1 pixel. It's definitely a conundrum, and I'm just working with what I got, unfortunately. That's it, Chance. That's totally it. You've got us all nailed down, buddy. Everybody's just upset that you left the troll community, the community that you were literally never a part of. Once again, Cyraxx is confused. He's delusional, eating his soup as always. Remember, Chance, you are the trolled, not the troll. There's a very distinct and very clear difference. Well, thank you, Chance, for reassuring my job security and letting us know that you're gonna stick around, because there's plenty of videos for me to make, because we will 100% and undoubtedly be watching your success, Cyraxx, and that success is likely gonna be you failing and crumbling into the ground, crashing much like the Challenger.
Then I'm not paying attention to a goddamn thing you guys post anymore because, quite frankly, your guys' content is, well, what's that word I'm looking for? Cynical? What's that word? It starts with a B and has an ing in it and an O. What's that word? Cynical? What's that word again? Isn't it like something like boring? Oh, that's right. Isn't it like something cynical? Isn't it something like called like? Isn't the word called something like boring?
Holy shit! That was the longest punchline. Holy crap, this dude took forever to get to that. It was kind of making me actually heated. I was like about to pull out my hair like, Cyraxx, get to the point. I really don't know who thinks this is funny, and I understand that everybody he's talking to and interacting with, as you hear him talking to various people and mods, are all just troll buddies. But oh my gosh, dude, you must have some serious fortitude or just have brain rot beyond a level of my comprehension to be able to listen or even remotely interact with that type of thing. It definitely is going to be interesting for the next couple of weeks to see where Cyraxx goes. He's popped up on a new channel. He's out here streaming again, doing his unfortunate karaoke cover streams. I don't even know what you can call it at this point. And he's talking ish, as always, trying to bait out good old musical business Bartholomew. So far, it hasn't worked out for him. No word from good old Mart Dog yet. His glorious return, like Jesus Christ himself, has not seemingly happened yet. So I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, Easter's just around the corner, so maybe there is hope.
But starting tomorrow, Formula Drift events, Cyraxx, every day, having fun, kicking ass, taking names, and your boy's gonna be working on some brand new motherfucking music to drop here in the next few days. So be ready for some new music coming soon, motherfuckers, under my label. Peace.
Cyraxx definitely has a lot planned for us, and we are all very blessed to live in the same time as good old Chance Wilkins, and now we can all experience and listen to the massive and absolutely melodic sounds that are reminiscent to a dying whale. Thank you so much for sticking it out with me for another 30-minute installment of the Cyraxx Deep Dive series. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to knock the hell hell out of that like button. The more likes this episode gets, the more YouTube promotes it, and that helps get more eyes on this disgusting PDF file that needs to be known. Be sure to subscribe and join me here in the swamp at 339. We are growing every single day. I upload videos on Cyraxx and other Lolcows just like him almost every single day. Be sure to comment down below letting me know your thoughts about Cyraxx and his recent shenanigans online. I'd love to know your thoughts about his new channel here, and I'll see you soon.